to the first fatwa. Can a Muslim in the West join the army? Okay, so this also goes to the marker issues, right? Because it's the legitimacy of the West. So I don't know who this is, Sheikh Irshad. I have a question about joining the army. A friend of mine recently told me about his aspirations to join the military, and I discouraged him from doing so. I'd like to get a scholarly opinion on this. So here's the answer. So this is specifically about joining the army in the West. You know, like the American army, the British army, the French army, the military. So joining any army requires careful consideration of one's intentions, the potential for involvement in injustice or harm, and ensuring actions align with Islamic principles of preserving life and justice, as guided by traditional Islam. So imagine, like, do you think the American military is about preserving life and justice? And do you think that the military will care about traditional Islam at all? Or if you are a Muslim, like, they care what you think about traditional Islam? When you join the military, you just take orders. You're given instructions and you obey. You don't have the option to say that, actually, I don't really think I should be drone striking this village. I pass. I think I'm going to take a sick day. You think that's how the military works? No, so this is immediately like ridiculous. Like the most important thing is your niyyah, your intention. So if you have a good niyyah, yeah, go ahead and join the military. By the way, what's the year on this? This is from 2024. So this is from April. This is from a few months ago. So this is from earlier this year. And this is the kind of answer, like, preservation of life. The sanctity of life is paramount in Islam. So if you join a Western military, you think you're going to be preserving life? Like any of these Western countries, you're going to be preserving life? Like, this is the answer. So loyalty and allegiance. A Muslim's ultimate loyalty is to Allah and His commandments. This should guide one's actions and decisions, ensuring they do not compromise Islamic beliefs and duties. Okay, if that's the case, then you shouldn't be joining the army. Like, that should be the answer. You shouldn't be joining these Western militaries if your allegiance is to Allah. But that's like the fourth concern, and he's not like putting in those terms. It's like, okay, just consider if the army that you're joining is having allegiance to Allah and His commandments. Of course not. So pray istikhara. Pray istikhara about joining the Western military. Consult with scholars. Yeah, that's what they're doing supposedly by asking this question from Seeker's Guidance. Isn't that consultation with scholars? And you're saying, check your niyyah. Joining an army requires deep reflection on Islamic teachings regarding intention, justice, the preservation of life, and allegiance to Allah. Muslims must carefully weigh these considerations, consult with scholars, and seek divine guidance to make decisions that align with their faith and contribute to the greater good. So Sheikh Irshad says this, and it's checked and approved by Sheikh Faraz Rabbani. So right out of the gate, this is the fatwa. This is the fatwa that we read. Like, this is shocking. This is shocking, especially like in 2024. Like, this is way after what has happened in Iraq. 1 million plus Muslims murdered. And it's not just the US, it's a coalition force that was responsible for that. Canada, US, the British, the French, different continental European countries like Germany, Australia. Look at what they did in Afghanistan. Look at what they continue to do throughout the world. So 2024, like, what's the excuse for this kind of fatwa being on your site? And you're getting 1 million visitors per month. How many Muslims have joined the military in the West and are now fighting for Israel, basically, essentially fighting for Israel? Or they're not fighting for Israel, they're just fighting for this US superpower, Western powers. Maybe they're fighting in the Ukraine right now because they read Seeker's Guidance. Do they have no shame, is the question. Like, do they have any shame? Do they have any kind of accountability? And that's the thing. Like, tomorrow, you're going to see that this page might be taken down. This is the live page right now. Just Google, can a Muslim in the West join the army? Google that under Seeker's Guidance, and this page will come up. Tomorrow, it'll be gone in all likelihood. Obviously, I've archived everything because this is valuable information about the history of Islamic liberalization in the West or throughout the world. So I've archived everything, alhamdulillah. But tomorrow, this is going to be taken down, and they won't have any explanation. They don't have any correction, no accountability, no responsibility. Just delete it. Pretend like it doesn't exist because now we're getting heat for it. that is despicable. You should correct yourself. You should say that, well, we had this fatwa and it's ridiculous. It's crazy that we were actually including this on our site. We didn't think through the consequences, and we apologize. This is absolutely wrong what we said. That would be the correct thing to do. That would be the Islamically reliable thing, because people who previously read the wrong answer, this wrong answer right here, they can reassess, or they can come back to the site and see the correct answer. What would really be correct is if Seekers Guidance emailed all of their users. They put, errata like right on the homepage, like these are our incorrect fatwa. We apologize. We made a mistake. This is irresponsible, and we're going to take some time off from this whole fatwa business and reassess. That would be the correct thing to do, but we'll see what happens. I doubt that they're going to take that route.